Professor Breen Brown's research shows that vulnerability fosters good emotional and mental health. It is a sign of courage. We become more resilient and brave when we embrace who we truly are and what we are feeling. The Vulnerable Scientist podcast is a space for scientists to tell their honest and authentic stories. I am your host, Sarah Nyakeri, who happens to be a scientist, informal science communicator, and I help scientists create personal websites. If you want to support this show, go to www.patreon.com/thevulnerable-scientist. You can also follow this podcast on all social media platforms at TV Scientist Pod. You talked about PhD. So I'm assuming you still want to do a PhD. That's what you're working towards.
Exactly. I want to.
Yeah, I was asking you, like, are you planning to do a PhD after this? And what kind of PhD and where?
Sure. Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the goals. Yeah. And where am I looking at? If I'm opportune, I would like to explore my PhD studies in the US.
Okay.
I think I would love to do it in a university in US. Though I have a university in mind.
Mm-hmm. Which one?
Well, if other ones, actually, yeah, sure. I'm making my findings, and I would actually love the school. I would actually be like interested. I'm interested. Let me say I'm interested in the school actually.
Oh, okay. Which one? You don't want to talk about it? What are your future plans in short?
Yeah, I would definitely say.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. PhD in Colorado State University. Isn't that huge?
It's not huge for you.
Studying parasitology.
Oops.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Sorry?
No problem.
You said isn't that huge? I said that's not huge for you.
Yeah.
It's attainable.
Like get a PhD in the US. Wow, that's beautiful.
Why US? Why not your Nigeria or an African university? Why or UK? Why US specifically?
Well, I want to, number one thing for me, I want to meet people from diverse backgrounds. Like, I want to leave the country to explore other areas, like other regions. Research in Nigeria definitely will be different from research in the America.
Yeah.
So that is number one thing for me. And secondly, I would love to do research that will be funded. Now that I don't have parents to like.
Is it your dad who
like
died
sponsor
or who?
me? Like if I'm saying I'm both parents. Yeah.
Was it an accident?
No, it wasn't an accident.
Do you want to talk about
Like,
it more? I don't know.
Do you want me to share that?
If you feel like
yeah.
I'm okay.
Oh, no problem.
Okay.
It wasn't an accident, and they didn't die on the same day, but their death was close, like a year interval, a year and few months interval.
Mm-hmm.
My dad died while I was Jesus. My dad died while I was running my master's degree. Like, he encouraged me to go for master's, but along the line he died.
Mm-hmm.
And this year I lost my mom. So yeah, it's been like that. It's been like after brief illness, like 2-3 days, like they were fine. Like when my dad died, he was okay. Just had woke up that morning, he wasn't feeling too well. He was taken to the hospital. From there, he was on admission. He was admitted, and in days, like 2-3 days, we lost him. And my mom, hey, that one was so disheartening, because like we were still talking, like she was okay, like we were, but it is well. We still had conversation that morning that this entire thing happened to us. We still talked, still chatted, we still gisted, and before we know it, she started vomiting. She wasn't herself. She started vomiting, and I was like, this kind of thing is not something that one could handle anymore. So we had to take her to the hospital. From the hospital, she was given some drugs, and how she was treated, and she went into unconsciousness. And several tests will be performed on her, and we eventually lost her. That was it. Yeah, it's not easy, but in as much that I don't want to talk about it, but I find myself talking about it, so it's fine. Yeah, that was it. So now that there are no more, so self-funding studies
is not an option.
Might be difficult for me. So
plus, I think
I
think with PhD is not advisable to self-fund your work. Yeah. I think it's in Africa. The accessibility of funding now is lesser, unless it's an international organization that is coming to fund your work. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. But with US, UK, and other countries, there's a lot of money that goes into research, and there's a lot of opportunities, in terms of studentship, scholarship programs. The only thing that someone needs to do is just to ask, just to talk to different people, different professors that you're interested in. Yeah, and I think that's why I do this podcast, for the people who have had such experiences, just talk about how they got into these programs, how they connected to their current advisors, and how they got fully paid scholarship, and until to where they are at the moment. So I wish you well in that. I'm sure you'll get it. You seem to be a very resilient human being.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So you're planning to still go into schistosoma? Schistosoma. Are you still planning to go into that? Oh my God.
Actually, I think I've done a lot on that, and I'm grateful for the level of achievement as regards exploring that parasite, starting from asking just small questions to getting the bigger problems that what's solving, to providing solutions to those bigger ones, and also like that aspect to some extent, like no, I know I've achieved something. I would like to explore more parasite. I would like to, because I would say I had the interest in it because of some certain questions that I've been having answers to till date. So, like, I would love to explore another parasite. But if it still comes my way, fine. It's what I love doing, and I would say it's one of my research interests. I have interest in parasites like toxoplasmosis, parasitic diseases like toxoplasmosis, like malaria itself, like malaria, like trypanosomiasis, and other kind of parasitic diseases that are of public health importance. I think I would like to, and also in line with this, in line with parasitology, like studying of parasites of man and animals. No, I mentioned conservation too. So it's something that I would still want to explore them more, because I realized that even when the more you look, the less you see when it comes to pangolins research, because of their overexploitation, because of the cruelty man has on them, towards them. Like, do you know that animal?
Which one?
Pangolins.
Oh no, I was just listening to you. I'm like, what is pangolin? I was about to ask you that, but I didn't.
You see, so you see,
it's not well known,
it's
right?
one of the it's not well known, but it's one of the most trafficked animal in the world.
Really?
I'm telling you. And they can only be found in 2 countries, like Africa and Asia, in 2 continents rather, Africa and Asia.
What? Why do people poach it?
Yeah, and they are all over the world. Yeah, people poach it because of their skills and their meat. Though not proven, they believe, some people like traditional practitioners, they believe that their skills are very, very medicinal in treating some ailment. And also some part of China eats their meat as a piece of delicacy. So
10,000 of pangolins are poached every year. Wow. Wow.
So yeah, and they are very good in the environment. They serve as pest controller, and they also help to aerate the soil. So like a single pangolin can consume about 70 million insects in a year.
What?
Yes. And they feed on ants and termites. And they don't usually survive in captivity. So you can imagine. So it's a very beautiful animal that is so shy, and it's interesting to work with. Like, it's not harmful, it is defenseless. It's beautiful, it's a beautiful creature, and like it's fine. But because of many people don't know about it, so creating awareness about it, advocating for the animal, it's something that gives me joy. Like, I love to talk about the animal, like love to talk about it so that people would get to know it.
So you're a pangolin activist.
You say that. You say pangolin protector. Yeah, actually.
Protector. Okay, that's interesting. It's an interesting side of you to share.
Yeah.